How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another daily vlog. Now remember, for the whole month of December, well, at least up to the 25th, I'm going to be doing a daily vlog. Now, in this episode, I'm actually going to be showing y'all how I got to this point right here on this knife. This is one that I had working in the background for a little while now, and I thought that I had lost all the footage, so I wasn't going to actually show it, but then I was going through my memory cards and I found the footage for it. So I'm going to go ahead, edit that all up, and show y'all that today. Now, I'm going to be finishing this knife this week, so we're going to have a few episodes where I go through and I actually attach the handle scales to this, we shape them, we put an edge on it, and we make a sheath for it. So we're going to have a few different things dedicated to this particular knife right here, but let's go ahead, let's jump into the footage and actually show you how we made this. Let's get it. So whenever I designed this knife, it was based on the little EDC scalpel that I had made a while back, and this is just a little bit beefier version of that knife that's also going to have handle scales on it. I kind of like this little minimalist design for an EDC, and I had this scrap piece of 1084, and I thought I'm just going to draw this out on here and see what I can make. And back whenever I made this knife, this was before I really started focusing on the forging aspect of my channel. So if I was to do this nowadays, I probably would have forged this into a bigger knife, but it's not that bad. This was a little bit of stock removal and just a nice simple build, and I really liked that, so that's what we're doing. Now, on that first belt that I was using, it was a 36 grit belt just to get rid of a lot of the material. And then I'm using a 120 grit right now just to get rid of those harsh grinding lines so that I can start scribing a few areas and making my life a little bit easier when it comes to sanding later. So I'll typically go ahead and mark where my end of my scales are going to be and my plunge line before I start marking where my pins are going to go or anything like that's going to be, because I need that reference to be able to make sure that I'm putting them in the right areas. And for this particular knife, I'm going to end up drilling a hole in the top corner of the blade to kind of mimic that cleaver style that you see on cleavers. And even though this is just a small EDC, I wanted that design aspect on there. And is it a functional thing? No, not really. It's more just purely aesthetic. But once we figure out where we want that, we can start scribing exact measurements for where we want it to be, so that it is a purposeful hole that's going in there and not just something that's randomly drilled. And then I'll go ahead and mark the tang part of it so that I can go ahead and measure and punch where the pinholes are going to be. And on this particular knife, we're going to have a 3/16 pin and then a 1/4 inch lanyard tube. I'm going to start with the 3/16 drill bit on all of the holes, and then I'll end up drilling it out to 1/4 of an inch on the lanyard tube, and then 3/8 of an inch on the hole that's in the blade itself. Once we get that stuff done, we need to mark our center edge for our cutting edge so that we know what to grind back to. Okay, so maybe I didn't have all the footage. So what you saw in the last couple of clips was me actually grinding the bevels to where I typically do a little 45-degree angle on them, and I define that cutting edge, make sure everything's good. I went ahead and did that pre-heat treat. So left it a little bit thicker because I was going to go ahead and grind the bevels post-heat treat. So the stuff that you didn't get to see is me actually quench the blade and then grind in the bevels to bring them up to that height right there. Of course, put my maker's mark on it and acid etch it. Now, I've had plenty of other videos that you can actually watch that are dedicated to doing those particular processes, but I figured I would show you all of that footage, and there you go. Now, like I said in the intro, we do need to still put handle scales on these. We need to do the shaping for the handle, we got to put the edge on it, make a sheath for it, all that stuff, and we are still going to do that in the upcoming daily vlog videos, so you're still going to have that. Now, I've got a few things coming up that are going to be released during this vlog series. I've got a cool build that I'm going to start, I've got a couple of builds that I'm going to finish, plus we have the Porsche videos that I'm going to start releasing, so I'm going to kind of sprinkle those in throughout these different daily vlogs so y'all can actually start seeing the Porsche Cayman S videos kind of working their way in, because I've got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing with that car in 2022, and I want to kind of get y'all used to it a little bit so that y'all can see that. The shop that I'm going to be building is going to have one section to where I can actually pull the car in. It's going to be dedicated to just that, and then the rest of the shop is going to be dedicated to the knife making and all that. So you'll see both the things. It's a Rivers experience. It's about all the different things that I do. It's just getting everything in the motions. And the cool thing is, the first video that y'all get to see about the Porsche, you get to see the before, or hear the before and after for the exhaust that I put on it. And it sounds epic. So it's a cool video. Yes. Now, that is the end of this one right here. We're going to have another video released tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, so be on the lookout for that stuff. I'm actually going to, this weekend, going to the Winnebago factory, and I'm going to do a little vlog going up there and flying up there, experiencing that, show y'all whatever I can show y'all, whatever they allow me to film, and then I'm going to do a video release for that as well. So you got all kinds of things coming up. Guys, thank y'all for coming by. If y'all would, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll see y'all tomorrow.